Oh, yes. We are back and we are live. Welcome to another episode of Bandog Talk with the Dog God. Episode 35, too, man. 35 consistent episodes, right? Every Thursday night. And like every episode, this is brought to you by Formula One Canines, which is me, the Dog God. You know, my theme is frames, brains, and motors, man. That's what I focus on when it comes to my dogs. That's the whole gist of my programs, man. Putting the best frames on the dog, functional frames, that is. Best brains, awareness, smarts, and of course, drive, right? You know what I mean? The motors, man. So, got to shout out Formula One Canines, which is me. God is good, man. So, just like every other, episode, get comfortable. Like I always tell y'all, get comfortable. Had a long week as usual. I'm dealing with the elements out here. What I mean by the elements is, it's springtime and living in these woods. All the plants are having plant sex and it's full of pollen all in the air. So it hits me like around this time, but around May, end of June, I'm good. I'm good. I'm back. But you might hear me kind of stopped up. Might have to blow my nose here or there, but I'm in the field, man. What do you expect? However, I'm not gonna miss, band dog talk with the dog guy with you guys. So, like I said, get comfortable, roll you up something, get you, your little herbal sensation, crack you a brewski if you like your little beer. I keep it simple. Y'all know how I operate. I got me a little vodka lemonade I'm about to sip on. You know what I mean? To curve the edge before we get into this topic tonight, which is another great topic. And yeah, man, cheers. Cheers to all my dog men and dog women who are serious about these performance dogs, man. And we're going to get right to it. So let me go ahead and take my sip and then I'll give y'all a recap. Jerry, big salute to your family. Welcome back. Like I don't know if you heard, man, but get comfortable. Get your little drink. If you do, crack your beer, whatever. You like your little herbal sensation. Get ready, man. We're gonna cook up on a good topic, good subject matter tonight, man. So, welcome back, Jerry. I do appreciate your support, brother. But cheers. Oh yes, that's nice. So, let me tell you about my week with the dog so far, man. And it actually happened today, right? So solid week, nothing crazy. Even today wasn't crazy, you know what I mean? It was just a little melee I had to break up. So let's see, I have four puppy packs that I have established, and then, this is part of their training. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to control themselves in a pack environment. Prey driven dogs who naturally want to compete, who naturally want, you know, to be combative, not fight, just combative when they have disagreements, trying to get them to understand, you know, the concept of reconciliation. So, through this experiment, I've had to rearrange dogs, I've lost dogs, certain dogs gotten injured and etc. So today I'm doing my routine, cleaning the kennels out, feeding the dogs, and um, at this particular pack, it's all my what I call my performance bullies, all females in this pack, and I feed them in twos, right? And they've been being fed like this since they've been able to eat. You know what I'm saying? So they understand the structure, right, of being fed together side by side, two at a time. And there's always there's always tension when it's child time, and they understand who I am, the referee. So they fall in line 9.9 times out of 10. They fall in line, but every now and then you'll get a little off energy between the pairs that eat together. So today was that particular day. Um, I was feeding these two females, and you can tell that there's definitely some energy between them when it's time to eat. But I'm there, so they're very conscious of me being there because I don't tolerate this discipline when that happens. Um, Long story short, one of the girls got finished before the other one and started eating in her bowl, right? And as I was getting ready to, separate her out of out the other girl's bowl, just the energy turned up. It just turned up that fast. You know what I mean? And it was just a straight melee in there. Now, when it turns up like that, all the other dogs get turned up too. You know what I mean? All the other girls get turned up. As soon as it sets off, everybody gets set off. But it's not, everybody fighting everybody. It's they want to get into the fight, right? So now I'm trying to, get in there. I'm pulling dogs off, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy in there, man. I'm trying to separate them, but now everybody's biting on the dogs, so I'm kicking and hitting and slamming stuff, and when they going crazy, they going ham up in there, y'all. So I'm able to pull them apart because they was locked on. So I was able to pull them apart. I grabbed one of the bitches, held her up, but as I'm holding her up, they're jumping, trying to get her out my hands. You know what I mean? So I'm over there stiff arming, kicking, doing all kind of stuff, and they just going crazy. And so I put her up on like the top, like near the top of the kennel, and one of the bitches jumps up and bites my arm. You know what I mean? And gets me good, right? So I can't react to it like how you would normally react when you get bit, right? You drop everything because the pain or whatever. But I'm like, if I drop her, they're gonna piranha her ass. You know what I mean? So I just take it like a champ, but it definitely hurt. And so I grab her, boom. But then now I'm pissed. So now everybody's just getting, I'm giving everybody the business, man. Because now I just got bit, and y'all just, y'all not listening. Y'all just in tune with the melee and not listening to me when I tell y'all to stop. So, everybody get, a level of discipline. And then I finally get them to calm down. And then I put old girl down, and then, everybody kind of chills out or whatever. But, man, I got bit good on my arm. You know what I mean? Just, trying to break up a melee, between these damn performance bullies. And as I'm learning all the new dogs, right, especially the puppies, they're all a part of my project when it comes to performance dogs and my performance bullies. But this particular litter is a project. I'm not necessarily knowing the level of drive. I'm not knowing anything as I'm learning, right? Because this is my first time doing this particular breeding. I've done others. Um, Nah, this is actually, you know what? No, did I do it? Yeah. Did I do that? No, I didn't. This is the first one that I've done as a performance bully. The other ones were 50-50, was pit bull and bully crosses. This one is an actual bully to a pit bully cross. But anyway, long story short, with these particular females, man, I'm like, damn, these bitches is hot. And I didn't expect that type of energy out of them, to be honest with y'all. I thought they were going to have some drive, but not like this. Not like this. And they're definitely showing me that they're on a level. They're on a level, and I also mentioned to y'all before, I had my performance pit bull bitch in there with him, and she was like the alpha of the pack. I mean, it's obvious why she would be the alpha, right? But man, they did her dirty. They did her super dirty. I had to get her out of there and staple her ass up. So they did her dirty. So of course, when this happened, this melee happened. I mean, now it's like I'm not surprised with these bitches. These bitches are the real deal. They are the real deal. And I definitely got to stay on top of them. And it's surprising though, because I didn't think that they would be that hot. But they're showing me like they're on the level. You know what I mean? They real dogs when it comes to that type of shit. When it comes to the funk, they really with it. And they really and they're gonna try to take it to the end type. That's how they operating. So anyway, I got everything situated with them, and God is good. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Um, you know, like I said, just little puncture wounds on my arm. But I mean, that's the price we pay out here with these dogs, man. Yeah, hey, I'm okay, Eli. Brother Eli, I'm okay. God is good. You know what I mean? She just some puncture wounds. She knew she when she got me, she knew she got me. It wasn't like she was trying to, shake, rattle, and roll me. You know what I mean? She just jumped up, tried to bite the bitch, bit my arm. She knew she got me because she didn't get the bit, so she let go. She didn't go in there, hang on me, and try to shake me up or nothing like that. She just, punctured me. Um, but it hurt like like any dog bite. You know what I mean? Definitely hurt. You know what I mean? Definitely hurt. But it's not the first and probably won't be the last time. I'm sure that I've been bit by these damn dogs, man. So, but like I said, God is good. Got everything situated. The pack dynamics is still good. They ain't nothing crazy, and so I'm grateful. But other than that, it's been a pretty solid week when it comes to the dogs. Nothing crazy, thank the Lord. That was only, you know, out of bounds situation. I've been feeling that tension between those particular two girls. They just know how to they act correct when I'm there, but I can tell that the energy is hot just based off of one of the females. And that was the one that got up in that girl's food bowl, and then she wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't having it. She didn't give me enough time to go ahead and referee. As soon as she got up in that bowl, it was on. You know what I mean? And it got crazy up in there. So other than that, though, everything is good. Um, I'm actually impressed. Uh, I mean, yeah, will I say could I say I'm impressed? I guess I can, right? So that prima donna times Roman, which is a uncle to a niece breeding I did, Bandog breeding, and I pretty much kept everything besides two. I sold two of the puppies, kept all of them, kept all the rest of them, just so I can have a reference of what that's going to be like as far as the dogs. Um, as I'm watching them develop, I'm not knowing anything about what those dogs are going to look like. I know what Roman looks like. I've never met Roman in person. As far as a dog is concerned in person, you know what I'm saying? That's a dead dog from many, 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 many years back. I just had the semen on him. Of course, I produced prima donna, so I know her, but I don't know really what those puppies are going to turn into. However, as I'm watching them grow, Carolina Blue, big salute to your family, welcome. Um, as I'm watching them grow, right? Um, I'm seeing, I'm seeing something brand new on my yard. You know what I mean? As far as this type, dog type, and I'm seeing these mastiff type. Like one of them is like a mastiff type, tall, long, lanky looking. But you could tell that you could tell he got the mastiff type look to him, right? And then the other one has shit, I can't even really tell you how his look is. He's the same body type though as that mastiff one. Long, tall, lanky. And then there's another one. He's got like almost like a pit bull type head. Um, he's not as tall and as long. He's tall, but it's not as tall and as long as those other two, his brothers. Um, got a nice front. Um, but they're all different. You know what I'm saying? They're all different. Of course, based off the genetics. And it's kind of just to watch them grow. It's pretty impressive, man. It's like, I wonder how these dogs are going to look when they get older. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's just like, damn, these dogs are going to be huge. Just based off of their frame. You look at their frame like, oh, this is some big ass dogs, and they're young. You know what I mean? But then again, you think of a mastiff. You're not expecting a mastiff to be able to jump up on things and have agility and stuff like that. And these ones, of course, they do because they got more than a mastiff in their genetic recipe. With the Neo in it, right? The German Boxer in it, the American Bulldog in it, right? So Roman is a Neapolitan Mastiff, German Boxer, American Bulldog, right? He's got 3 breeds in him. That's Roman, the daddy. And then the mom has 4 breeds in her, and all equally distributed. You know what I mean? All equally distributed in the genetic pattern. So Prima Donna has the Neapolitan Mastiff, German Boxer, American Bulldog, and Game Pit Bull in her. So then you take her to her uncle, then of course it's going to be heavy of the Neo, heavy of the American Bulldog, heavy of the German Boxer, and then like a splash, like almost probably like a quarter of the Pit Bull. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. I'm impressed by seeing the different variations in the brothers that I have, the 3 males. But then I'm also seeing how athletic how big they are, but then how athletic they are too. I mean, them. And they're in there this lanky stage too. They just look like some, like if like your teenager. If you ever had any teenage boys, and they be in a little lanky stage. That's what they looking like. You know what I mean? Real lanky looking, man. But um, I'm impressed because of the size, and then like I said, they're showing me their athleticism already, how high they jump, and they're pretty athletic, man, for some big ass dogs. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the future, man. Phase 3, we already talked about that, so I'm looking forward to phase 3 of my program. And like I said, this week was pretty solid. Other than that little situation today, I'm grateful no crazy stuff has happened on the yard, man. So um, I'm about to take this sip again, man, and we're gonna get into the topic at hand tonight because this one right here is important. And I'm doing this topic on the dog's behalf. This one's for the dogs, not the dog man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, as you see on the ticker, right? You see the topic on the ticker below. You see, are you the right dog man for the dog versus the right dog for the dog man? And normally it's flipped, right? Is this the right dog for me, the dog man? We put all the pressure on the dog. Whereas when you have dogs, right, and you don't understand these dogs that you have, what about the dog? Could you as a dog man um misdiagnose a dog or don't put in the right time in to really break down this dog and analyze this dog to make the right decision if the dog is right for you or not? You know what I mean? So this topic is for the dogs and us dog men who understand dogs, a dog's psyche, and to see, if you are a true dog man, are you the right dog man for that dog? Because not every dog man who claim to be a dog man, and this is not to down your dog manship, we talked about that too. It's not to down that, but not every dog man can work with dogs, plural. They might be able to work with a particular dog, singular, but not multiple type personality dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a good coach. Shout out to, my AKA, man. You know what I mean? That's what makes me a good coach. You know what I mean? Life coach. That's what I coach. I coach life. Anything that has to do with life in general, living life in this third dimension, I'm very good at giving you direction. I give myself direction every day. You know what I mean? But when it comes to these dogs too, I'm the dog god. So I really understand the dog's psyche. I really understand the dog's spirit. I have that connection with my animals, my dogs. You know what I mean? So when it comes to this topic that we're going to discuss tonight, I'm coming from the dog's perspective. You know what I mean? Because the dogs can't talk unless you know how to talk to them. You understand what I'm talking about? I know how to talk to my dogs spiritually. You know what I mean? And that's how dogs speak, through energy. You know what I mean? Young Ready Red. Young Ready. Big salute to your family. Welcome. So I'm gonna take this sip, man. Cheers to you guys. Thank you guys for coming out, man. We got a great topic this evening. I hope you guys really pay attention to this, because I feel that this will enhance your dogmanship if you truly understand the dogs that you are dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, if you could truly just sit back and pay attention to your dogs. A lot of the dogs that certain people who claim to be dog men say that it ain't shit. Like, oh, this dog ain't shit. Oh, this dog, I'm gonna throw this dog out my program. Yeah, you threw the dog out, so the dog wasn't shit, but that dog go to somebody else and that dog become a great dog. What does that say to you as a dog man or dog woman? Maybe your dogmanship ain't shit. You know what I mean? Maybe the dog was great, but you just don't know how to analyze these dogs. You just maybe you as a dog man might put one like how would I say it? One template of how you assess dogs on every dog. You're like, that one template that you know how to assess dogs, you use that template on every dog, and you grade your dogs based off of that template. And if certain dogs don't pass that, then those dogs ain't shit. All that dog ain't work. All that dog is, you call a dog because you use one template. And I want to, like I said, tonight come from the dog's perspective, how a dog sees you. You know what I mean? Not how you see the dog, because 9 times out of 10, most people don't know how to read their dogs, man. They really don't. And I've learned, because I only speak from my perspective. Y'all know how the dog god talk, man. I only talk from my perspective. I don't speak on nobody else's behalf. I speak on my own in the field live play. I'm 24/7 with dogs, no days off. Y'all know that. No days off. If I'm sick, holidays, there's no days off. When you got 30 plus dogs and you're a one-man band, shout out to my wife. I need some assist. I call my assistant coach, which is my wife, right? Mama, I need some help. Okay. Other than that, it's all me, man. Big salute to you, Duro Ricio, man. Big salute to your family. Thank you for showing up and thank you for your support. Just in time. Hey, big salute to you, fam. Big salute to you. Thank you for showing up. So like I said, I'm gonna take this sip again, and we're gonna dig deep into this. And like I said, I really want y'all to pay attention to the topic and pay attention to the knowledge that I'm gonna give you guys when it comes to this. You know what I mean? Because I feel for a lot of dogs, because dogs can't talk for themselves. They can't communicate like you and I. You know what I'm saying? We can communicate through the vernacular and the language that we were taught as kids, right? Which is English. And we can understand that comprehension, but dogs don't speak. You know what I mean? And if you don't understand the language of a dog, you ain't going, you're going to do your dog an injustice. And especially these dogs that's willing to die for us, these working dogs that we are into, like band dogs and all the different type of working dogs, not just band dogs, but any working dog. These dogs are willing to give their all for us as their leaders, as their pack leaders. But at the same time, if we don't understand what they're saying to us, then what are we to them? You know what I mean? We're nothing to them. You know what I mean? They'll do everything for us, but what are we doing for them? So let me take this sip, and we're gonna cook tonight, man. We're gonna cook tonight. All right. So I know you guys have heard you know, dog men, dog women say, man, hey, this ain't the right dog for me, or this ain't the right dog for my program. You know, you've heard that many a times, right? Oh, I had to call this dog because this dog was this. This dog was skittish. This dog, whatever the reasons, we've always heard it from a dog man's perspective, saying that, oh, that dog is not the right dog for me. Many a times, all right. And I've, had situations where, I've gotten rid of dogs that wasn't a right fit for me. I mean, earlier on, and I wouldn't even say, I can't even, matter of fact, I wasn't a dog man then. I was a dog enthusiast at that time. You know what I mean? Like little things that I would see that would get on my nerves. I was like, I don't like this dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I would give a dog a chance, but over time, if I seen it repetitively and I didn't have the patience for it, and that's another topic we're gonna talk about too. And that's not on this episode. It's gonna be another episode called patience. You know what I'm saying? That's a very strong topic. I want to teach y'all and educate y'all about that word with dogs. But anyway, I was very impatient earlier on, and I had a love for dogs, but I still was developing in my dogmanship, if that made sense. And I got rid of dogs because there were certain things that I saw that I didn't like. You know what I mean? Now, as I've dealt with more dogs over the years, and now that I'm dealing with multiple dogs at once, okay, and not just any type dogs, right? Y'all always hear me talk about how I'm like the warden, and this is a level 4 prison yard, whatever. I don't, not in that perspective, but you're dealing with killers and hitters. I'm dealing with high prey driven dogs. They're killers and hitters, right? Okay. I'm learning on the job, in the field, dog personalities. Okay. Each dog's personality. And I'm learning that every dog, I can't, I can't um navigate or or imprint my energy on every dog the same, right? I can't imprint my rules and regulations on every dog the same because certain dogs receive it differently. Now, the only way I've been able to understand this is by dealing with multiple dogs at the same damn time. Real talk, at the same damn time. Because let's say you have a dog and that dog passes away and you had a good relationship with that dog, right? And it passes away. You buy another dog. What you know about how you used to interact with that dog that passed away, you implement the same energy on this particular new dog. Now that dog conforms to that, right? And it seems like an easy transition for you to take what you've learned and apply that to every new dog that you get. All right. Now that does work because that dog only has you, right, to feed off of, right? Because dogs are pack animals. So you are the pack leader. They're only feeding off of you if it's only you, your wife, your kids, whatever, right? Around that dog is looking for you, your wife, and your kids to imprint them. So that's a lot easier to have your template of how you deal with that dog, okay, based off of your other dogs. Now, when you're in my shoes and you have multiple dogs on a yard, not only are they learning from your pack leadership, me, the dog guy, right? Their daddy, but they're learning from the other dogs too, right? And they're competing with the other dogs. And they're also competing with you, believe it or not. All right? They're competing with you too as a dog man. Now, I'm very stern. I have a very even energy. I do when it comes to my dogs because I know they're paying attention to my vibes. That's how they communicate with me, energy. The spiritual is how dogs communicate. They can feel you. So I try to keep my energy even though there might be times in my day, in my life, I have a bad day And my dogs can feel it. They can tell our attitude, how I talk to them, how I move them out the way. Dad is, you know what I'm saying? He got an attitude. Dad is off. Like they could, they could feel that. But at the same time, certain ones will show you compassion and understand. Certain ones won't give an F. Okay. Oh, are you feeling bad? I don't care. Matter of fact, I'm piss you off because I want your attention. I want your attention, right? So me dealing with multiple dogs, right? I have to take my time because I don't have enough of me to give each one of these dogs my undivided individual attention all the time. I don't. One man, 30 plus dogs. Come on, man. It's not, I can't. I have to, divide my energy accordingly. Okay? Accordingly. Now, because of this, and this is what I tell my consumers who buy dogs from me, I like to keep it simple. We always on that KISS method when it comes to the coach, when it comes to the dog god. I keep it simple because, we can make life too complicated. We can make being a dog man, a dog woman way too complicated when we overthink shit. All right. So I keep it simple. The first year of my dog's life, my interactions, what I do with them. And because I have so many dogs, it helps me that I keep it simple. I say the first year of my dog's life, I'm not worried about them biting shit. I'm not worried about testing their drive. I'm not worried about testing nothing. The first year. All I'm worried about is my relationship with that dog. Spiritual, mental relationship. That's it. That's all I have time for the youngsters, right? The mature ones like AK, AR-15, the other ones that are mature, they get that yard time. They get that extra work. You know what I'm saying? They get the, me chasing them up and down for the conditioning with the ATV up and down the hill. They get all that condition. That's what I like to do with my dogs. I like to condition my dogs. That's why when y'all see my dogs, they're looking like athletes. They muscled up. Because I like that. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? I like to work out, all that shit. So what I do with my dogs, we hitting that, I'm running them up and down my hill. I live up on a mountain. They running up and down the mountain, chasing up and down with the ATV. You know what I'm saying? They pulling tires. They doing bike. They doing spring pole, flirt pole. They doing all that shit. Because that's what I like. I like to have my dogs looking like top tier athletes, right? Okay. But I don't do that with my youngsters. I don't do that with them. Okay. But it helps me to be able to manage my time with all my dogs. Now, because I do this, now I get to learn what makes my dogs tick. Okay. What makes that individual dog tick? Like what motivates it? Not a ball. Oh, you like to play fetch? Here, get it, Rover. Fuck that. Excuse my language. I'm trying to work on that, you guys. So, I might slip up every now and then, but I'm trying to work on that, man. But anyway, that's basic. Go get the ball. Go bite on this rope. That's basic. You know what I mean? If a dog got any level of drive, it's going to chase a ball, whatever it want to play. Oh, that's nothing, right? That's basic. But because I've had to adapt to managing multiple dogs, not any type dogs, y'all. I got killers on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? I have killers on the payroll. So I have to, I have to deal with them. I got to deal with them differently, because, like I mentioned today, like I'm breaking up melees. I'm getting bit. But I created that. I created dogs with that level of intensity, that level of, if I don't feel like, it's politically correct in here, I'm going to set it off, and they do it. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm as emotional as they get, now I'm going to imprint something negative on them, and I have to check myself. But because I'm managing energy and I'm seeing that they feeding off of me, and I'm seeing that, I'm dealing with dogs that I put this type of energy on, now it's like, okay, now I'm playing a mind game. I'm playing an energy game with these particular dogs, these young ones especially. But the only way that I can observe this is because, like I said, I have so many dogs. I have to manage my time with each one of them. I can't give each one of these dogs undivided attention. So I said, okay, first year, puppies, y'all not getting the same attention as the older dogs. Y'all puppies, okay? All y'all gonna get is structure, discipline, right? And love. That's it. Okay, y'all can play with each other. I put a little thing in there for them to play with. Y'all can bite the bones and whatever, tear little toys up. Do what y'all do. Y'all can rustle each other because I got y'all in packs. Shout out to the pack dynamics, because then y'all can teach each other. You know what I mean? Dogs teaching dogs. All that stuff helps me out. Okay. While I go deal with the older dogs, and we go ahead and work on what we working on as mature dogs, because they can comprehend what we doing. The youngsters, they don't even know themselves yet. All right. Now, a lot of dog men and dog women make this mistake. They get a puppy and they judge a puppy like as if it was a mature dog. Like they base their decision off of what they see in a puppy. And if you have multiple dogs and you've had a chance to watch them develop, you pay attention to it like I do. You see that the dogs change all the time, just like you do as a person, just like your kids do. They change. They either grow up in a forward direction or they regress, right? Or they stay the same. But most things are going to either move forward or move backwards. With dogs, they're either going to move forward or move backwards. At least that's what I've learned, right? So you get a puppy and you say, okay, this puppy is it, right? Whatever, I don't care whatever age it is, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 6 months, whatever. It's a puppy. A year is a puppy. You like, oh, this the puppy is the one, right? So let's say you judging a puppy's confidence. You got one puppy that's shy. You got one puppy that's confident. You say this one that's confident is the one. It's the one. It's the pit. This one right here that's shy, man, I'm getting rid of him. Okay, you do that, right? Because you're just taking it basic. You taking your basic concept of what this dog is showing you. You saying this dog is showing me this, so this dog is showing me that. I don't like what that is showing me. He called out the program. This is a puppy now. Okay, we're gonna go puppy from a year, 8 weeks to a year. We're gonna keep it simple. 8 weeks to a year. That's a puppy. But you call it, bam, because it's not showing you something that this early bird was showing you, right? You call it. Now, let's say 2 years pass, and whoever you called that dog to, right? Real talk. You was able to see 2 years later that dog. And then you assessed your dog and that dog. And now you see that dog from 2 years later from when you had it, and you said that dog was whatever, didn't make your program, you gave it away. You see something totally different in that dog. You see something that you didn't think that dog had, right? That dog is confident and it looks even better than the dog that you chose. So it has the same confidence, but it looks better. And you wonder, like, you're wondering, right? Because if you will analyze your dogs, which you should do if you're a real dog man, you're wondering why you didn't catch it. Why when I looked at these two dogs, I said, oh, this dog is a piece of shit. I gave it away. I called it out. And now I'm seeing it 2 years later and it's amazing me. There's a reason. There's a reason why, right? It goes back to the topic tonight. Are you the right dog man for a working dog? Are you really the right dog man? Are your dog man skills really there? Are your assessment skills really there? Do you really give your dogs the chance to show you, right? Or do you just take your dog from a surface level of what you're used to seeing and say, oh, this dog is it, this dog ain't, right? And most dog men and women make this mistake. They judge a puppy and they say, oh, this dog as a puppy is going to be the shit. Really? You haven't raised enough dogs to know that, right? You haven't assessed, like you haven't kept enough whole litters, kept them. Watch them grow and watch them develop in front of your eyes. Watch a dog that might have been shy become the most, dominant dog on your yard. You ain't never seen it. Watch your runt, the smallest one, be maybe one of the biggest ones. You ain't seen it because you ain't never had a chance to analyze it. You never gave your dogs, plural, you got to have multiple, a chance to develop, or you never got into that dog's psyche like I have to do because of my time as one man and multiple dogs. To say, okay, little puppies from 8 weeks, whatever, when you born, however long I got you, to a year old, you're only getting this from me. You're gonna get discipline, structure, and love. That's all you're getting from me. Okay, but in this time, right, I'm not putting no pressure. Understand the load that I'm taking off my puppy by saying, okay, because I'm only dealing with you in this way, I'm only expecting this. My expectations is the connection, right? I'm not looking for you to show me anything other than the connection. That's it. Other than you understand my rules and regulations. That's it. Now, imagine that puppy's bond to me because I reward it based off of the connection, right? My puppies, like, and look, because I do so much, you guys, the YouTube channel, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. We're gonna get into, I'm gonna have some content for y'all this summer, man. I just got a lot. Man, I'm a one-man band. I do so much. Y'all don't know how much I do so much. I take care of everything in my life. Everything. Plus 30 plus dogs. Okay. So I'm juggling a lot, but I got something for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all in and see. You know what I'm saying? Like how, when I say I'm the dog god, I mean, it's just not a name. It's real. Like I got a real connection with my dogs, man. I really do. My dogs really do see me as the God. But it's because I really do connect with my dogs. I really do spiritually connect with them. So like with the puppies, right? They all know, my dogs know the time when I get out there in the yard. They know the time. They don't know what time is, but they do know the time. If I'm late on the time, they're up making noise. They don't make no noise until the time. Oh shit! It's let's say it's 11 a.m. Daddy's supposed to come out. If that ain't out, they already barking. They barking, all of them. Okay. Then I come out. Everybody knows I'm out, so everybody talking. They doing their dog talk. Energy. They letting it. Oh, daddy's out. So then when I'm dealing with them, it's all connection based. All they want is me to connect. They love it. All of them, from my adult dogs to especially my younger puppies. They love it when I go and I pet them and I put my fingers in their ears. That's something I do with all my dogs. They love it. They love it. The energy. It's the energy. Put their fingers in here. I'll clean their ears out, kind of rubbing their ears. You know what I'm saying? Like how you would do a Q-tip. Of course, I'm not going all the way in there that deep. But anyway, I'm in there. I do that with my dogs. They love it. They love it. Oh, man. They love it. The connection. They do something wrong. They know the discipline. They know the energy that I'm telling them, like, y'all stop that. They look at me, they stop. Okay. But the whole time, all they want from me, and because they're competing with each other, because the pack is my connection, my energy. So with that being said, right? Okay, over time, you can get these dogs to do just about whatever you want them to do. This is something that I've learned in the field, y'all. Okay. You can get a shy dog who was shy as a puppy to be confident. Prime example. I got a dog named Draco. He's an XL pit bull Draco, one of AK-47 Chopper's son. Okay. He was never a shy puppy when he was a little puppy. Right now, he's about a year and some change. Okay. However, because of my energy, He's very cautious of my energy towards him. He's been bullied by his pack. Okay, because I had him in there with an AK-74 Bandog and two of his brothers. He's always been the one that they bullied. He didn't back down, but he wasn't the starter, and they bullied him. Okay, so that energy made him defensive. But see, I understand the psyche of dogs. I understand why his energy is the way it is. Where I come in, I'm the alpha energy. My energy is strong. He's intimidated by it. Now, somebody who's not in tune with dog psyches and dog energies and dog vibes, who hasn't had enough dogs to understand them, right? They would have probably said, man, that dog's skittish, man. You got to get rid of him. They would have said that. Oh, coach, look how he acted when you come in. Look how he is around the mother dogs. Me understanding how he grew up. Yeah. Wouldn't you be like that too if you got 3 dogs against one fucking you up and you know you can't beat them, so you know you got to submit to the energy so that you don't lose your life? Wouldn't you? And then when you submit to the energy, then they let up on you because they really do love you, but at the same time, you know, you the weakest link. That's just dog politics, right? The more you fight, the more they're going to tear your ass up. So you got to submit, right? But see, I understand why he's the way he is, because he wasn't like that when he was little. I understand why he's looking at me like, are you going to beat my ass like my brothers do? I understand that. So you know what I do? I'm like, oh, that dog is a piece of shit. Oh, that dog, all them other dogs beating his ass and shit. You know what I do? I go and I force my energy on him. When he's over there curled up in the corner when I come in, I go and I grab him. I'm like, you know, I get him up. I give him my love. Come here, boy. You ain't got to be like that. Rubbing his ear. You ain't got to be like that. Come on, man. He's still, he's still kind of skittish. And I keep doing that. I keep doing it. Okay? I keep doing it. You know what that does? And what it did for him? Built his confidence up in me as his leader. Now when I come in, he comes to me. He comes to me. He's still cautious. He comes to me. He not curled up. He looks for that energy. He's not no bitch. Never was. Never was. Okay? But it's my job as his pack leader, as his daddy, because that's who I am to all my dogs. They're like my kids. Okay? To build him up. Tell him, you know what? I understand why you are like this. I'm supposed to understand. I'm supposed to know my kids, right? I seen how you were raised by the pack. I know you're not the type to want to start shit, but then you're dealing with your brothers who like to start shit. Not only that, all y'all have triple the fire and desire. I put that in y'all. Okay? I commend you for fighting back. But you know that you're not going to win 3 against 1. You know that because they're fucking you up, right? They're messing you up. You know that. So you submit, then they let off because y'all still a pack. So me as a dog man, experienced in this type of energy from dogs, I understand that, you know what? You're not a dog that's a cur. Right? You're not a cur. You're just a baby. You're just a puppy. And you need to be developed more. So I need to teach you that as a dog man. I need to teach you that. That's my job. Teach you that confidence. Teach you that, you know what, it's okay. Teach you that, you know what, you're smart. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you guys this through my experience. Okay, that as I'm seeing him get more in tune with himself and his confidence, because he's not that way with other dogs. You know what I mean? Like the boy's a scrapper. He's a scrapper. He ain't a bitch, but he ain't stupid either. Okay, I don't need my dogs to just like how, let's say, like how the game dogs were bred back in the day, right? I'm not doing box work with my dogs. I don't need them to just run into death and then just take an L just because they just, they don't think nothing else. I don't need my dogs that. I need self-preservation, right? I need you to be smart. I don't need you to just be a one-trick pony. I don't need my dogs that way. Some people breed their dogs like that. To each their own. I don't want my dogs like that. I need them to be smart. If you about to get beat by 3 dogs, man, don't be over there. I mean, don't. You ain't got nothing to prove to me. You don't need to get shredded wheat by them 3 dogs, because it's more you fight, the more they're gonna tear you apart. Submit, be smart, right? So me letting that dog, right, Draco, understand that it's okay. Me protecting him from that energy, because as soon as I come in, because thank God they only do it when I'm around. Thank God. It's a competitive energy when they do that shit. Okay, because they really do love each other. They've been in packs since they was little, right? But when I come in, I discipline them. Even him, he get disciplined. Everybody. So everybody understand that we don't play. Even him, right? So he get his ass beat. He getting beat by me, and all the other ones getting beat. So all of them know I don't play that. But at the same time, I'm not saying to myself, listen, I'm not saying to myself, right, as a dog man, that this dog is, I'm a scrapper. He's a cur. Look at him. He's shy. When I come in, look at him. He's curled up in the corner when I come in. I'm not saying that to that dog, because I know it's my job as a father to them dogs to nurture that puppy. Tell him, you know what, it's okay. Young puppy, you a little baby. Young pup. You are bred to be superior. I put all the genetics in you. I put everything in you to be superior. Your genetics are not going to lie. However, your psyche, your development is under my control, because I'm the dog man. I'm the head dog man. I run the yard. Nobody run this yard but me. You're under my control of development. So I just need to make sure that you're good. Thank God I got y'all on a year plan of developing our relationship, me and your relationship. Make sure you understand that I'm here for you. Make sure that you as a dog understand that I love you. Okay, I'm not going to throw you in the trash because you might not show me something here or show me something there. No, you're not supposed to be showing me something that's no puppy. I'm supposed to be developing you as a puppy. That's my job. I'm supposed to be building your confidence when you don't have confidence. I'm supposed to be building your level of drive, or your drive understanding. Because like I said, I'm not doing no drive work. I'm doing drive understanding. Okay. When to use that drive, when not to use that drive. That's what I'm developing for that first year. When to use that particular drive I put it into you, when not to use that drive that I put into you. Okay. Most dog men and dog women don't understand this, especially when dealing with working dogs. They don't understand that you're dealing with a child. Right? Goes back to the topic. Are you the right dog man for the working dog? Like, real talk. Like, are you really capable? Do you have the knowledge to understand a canine's mentality? What the dog is telling you when it's telling you, like when it's showing you certain type of temperament changes. Do you understand what that is and why? Do you even pay attention to it? Do you know that every dog is different? Not every dog is going to receive from the same type of training methods. The same, right? Come on. Certain dogs need a certain level of attention. Certain things motivate certain dogs. Not every dog's going to be motivated by a ball. Not every dog's going to be motivated by a bite sleeve. Does that mean they don't have no drive? Is that how you assess a dog? Based off of toys? Like, what kind of dog man are you if you do things on a basic level? Are you qualified to deal with working dogs, or do you need just a basic pet? Right? Can you bring the best out of your working dog, or the dog got to bring the best out of you? Which one is it? Which one is it? Does the dog got to bring the best out of your dogmanship? Right? That dog is so good that it makes you look like a great dogman. Or is it vice versa? Are you such a great dogman that you bring the best out of that working dog? It's supposed to be the flip side, right? You the best dogman, right? That you bring the best out of your working dogs. That's how it's supposed to be, right? And through my experience of dealing with so many different dog personalities, so many killer type personalities. And because my dogs, especially my young ones, because this is my development stage, and of course, my adult dogs, I mean, they already in tune. But my young ones, seeing my young ones, they love me. Even when I beat their ass, y'all. And the reason why they love me is because they understand the concept, energy wise, that I'm trying to teach them. They understand it. I've been doing it since they was born. I'm consistent in the shit. I'm not lovey-dovey like a little fur mommy with the dogs. No, I'm very structured. You do something I like, I'm gonna give you love. Do something I don't like, you get discipline. Period. You know what I mean? No in between. Okay. And I'm not overdoing anything. I'm not overdoing the discipline. I'm not overdoing the love. I'm keeping that shit very balanced. But what I'm doing is I'm imprinting a level of confidence that I want all my dogs to have. I want them to be strong in the mind in that first year. I want their mental awareness to be on point so that when I do ask them to work, they're going to be like, what do you want me to do? Like, show me what you want me to do. I'm in tune with you. And not only that, me as a dogman, I can understand, okay, well, maybe you're motivated by this and maybe you're motivated by that. I can't use this to motivate you because that don't motivate you. But I can use that to motivate you to do what I want you to do. Right? Still get the same results, but different motivations because each dog is different. And I had to assess the difference. That's my job as a dogman. That's what makes me a great dogman. I understand my dogs. I understand how to bring the best out of each and every one of my dogs. You know why? Because I took the time for that first year to get to know them. I didn't put no pressure on that damn puppy for the first year. Okay. I also tell y'all, socialization is very important when you got killers. Sure, you've heard this from other dogmen who deal with working dogs. Socialization is very important when you have killers. Okay. That's why I say, do not, I mean, that's just whatever. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm just speaking for my behalf. Okay. And I can only tell you from me, because I deal with killers, man. Do not be trying to turn your puppy on. Don't do that shit. Don't. If you know in the genetics that dog can cause damage and do what it do, you know in the family tree that them dogs is killers and hitters and all the shit. Do not try to turn that dog on in that first year. Love on that dog as a responsible dog man. Socialize, love on that dog. Okay? Okay, don't be worried about tug of war and all that shit, that bite stuff where you're going to mess up his teeth and fuck up his jaws. Why are you going to do that for? The dog is going to bite anyway. If the dog got teeth, it's going to bite. You don't need to do all that. Okay? You can play some fetch with him if you want to play with him. You know what I mean? You can play a little bit with the rope, whatever, if you want to play with him. But don't be using that to try to assess what that dog can do in that first year. Okay? Good dog man is going to develop that dog's mind, develop the relationships, multiple. That dog need to have multiple relationships. It needs to be social. This helps boost the confidence of this dog. Let's say if that dog happens to be shy, right? Let's say that's something that you don't like. Something that you might call a dog for because it's shy. Well, did you do your due diligence as a dog man to build his confidence up? Do you even know how to build a dog's confidence up? Are you qualified to know how? When you see that in a dog and say, oh, that ain't shit, right? Because you got experience. So you're like, oh, that ain't nothing. I see many dogs like this. I got to do this, that. I've seen this before. I've assessed these personalities before. I understand why dogs act like this. Certain dogs don't act like that, right? So, like I said, speaking from a dog's perspective now, because I deal with multiple dogs and I'm coming from a dog's perspective, right? My dogs look to me for direction. Puppies, they will look you in your eyes. Maybe you don't understand the language, but I do. Which is, what do you want me to do? Right? Teach me though, right? Don't expect me to know. Teach me what you want me to do. And your dogs will tell you this if you pay attention, right? Okay, goes back to our topic that we're gonna have on a previous on another episode, excuse me, which is gonna be patience. Because you, as a dog man or dog woman, have to learn these techniques through dealing with these type of dogs. These dogs that don't naturally show you or make you look like a great dog man off the top naturally. Okay, we're talking about the dogs that require you to be a dog man or dog woman. Okay. To requires you to show them your skills of being a high caliber working dog man or dog woman. Okay. Requires you to put in some work. I'm coming from their perspective. Then when they're looking at you and they're uncertain about whatever you're trying to tell them, they're uncertain about how they're supposed to move in the pack. And they look at you like, what am I to do? And you can't understand the language and you just disregard them. However, if you understand genetics and you know what that dog has in them, you know, right? Like you should automatically know, like, the dog is the man's best friend. All the dog wants to do is please us. If the dog ain't dumb, like the dog is not retarded. There's some retarded dogs out there. But if the dog has any type of comprehension, it just wants to please us. Okay, example. I bought my wife my wife has a Frenchie program, right? Okay, I got some fluffy Frenchies. Got a female that we bought, fluffy. This bitch was off, like really. She didn't have no emotional attachment to my wife. She would do things that made my wife not like her, and I seen it. I mean, like I said, I understand dog psyche. I understand it. Okay, and my wife's my wife's like, Daddy, I don't like this bitch. My wife loves dogs. She's very in tune with dogs. But she said she don't like the bitch because there was no connection. I seen it. Right now, because I deal with so many dogs, it was a test for my wife dealing with that dog because she's good with every dog. And this dog, she actually told me, I don't like this dog. But this is her test, right? This is her test. See how her dog womanship is, right? But it's her dog. So what we gonna do? Throw the dog in the trash? It's an expensive ass dog. You gonna deal with it. But I'm not telling her that. I just wanted to, see how she gonna deal with the dog. Now watch this. As the dog matured and then competition came into play, right? Now my wife damn near gave up on her, even though she's still my wife and she still takes care of the dogs, but she wasn't emotionally attached to it like how she is with all her other dogs. As she introduced that new dog to the pack, the Frenchie pack, and that new dog saw how that Frenchie pack was so in tune with my wife, the competitive spirit of the dog kicked in. And she, the dog that didn't understand, right, didn't comprehend how to give her energy to a human, which was my wife, saw the other dogs do it. And it became a competitive pack energy that helped my wife transition that bitch that she didn't like into the bitch that, now she's all up in my wife's shit. She competes for my wife's energy just like the other ones, right? Now, if my wife didn't get a chance to learn that lesson, now, of course, she's not a dog man like me. So that's her little pets, right? It's her pets. She's not like me. But if she would have gave up like most dog men do, okay, she would have never seen the potential in that damn dog. That dog has a lot of potential. Now that dog does not act like how it used to act. It acts just like all the other ones. She loves them like she loves her like all the other ones. Okay. But she had to learn. That dog had to learn from someone. Supposed to be my wife. But my wife got emotional because she felt rejected from that dog. And from that rejection, she felt like, I don't like this dog. And she probably would have gave it away if it didn't cost so much. However, she don't understand the pack dynamics like I do. And I didn't tell her that either. I wanted her to learn on her own. You know what I mean? Like, what we gonna do? Throw the dog in the trash, mom? No, you know what I mean? She'll get out. She'll break out of it one. That's all I told her. She'll break out of it one day. But you know who helped her? The pack. Because my wife gave up on the energy, but the pack taught her. Now, shit, she do everything. She follow my wife, do everything. She love my wife, all the shit. Okay. Now, a lot of dog men don't have multiple dogs, believe it or not. Or if they do, they don't know how to use them. They don't know how to use the Caesar Milan method. Shout out to Caesar. Okay. When Caesar can't rehabilitate a dog himself, what does he do? If y'all who ever watched Caesar Milan in his show, The Dog Whisperer, he goes and he takes him to the pack. He goes take him to his facility and he uses the pack to help him. A lot of dog men don't know how to use their dogs. They don't know how to use their dogs. They don't. And that is very unfortunate that so-called dog men don't know how to use their dogs to help them get a dog in line with whatever you trying to, imprint on this dog. Whatever it is, right? You can use your dogs to build drive. You can use your dogs to build confidence. You can use your dogs to make other dogs smart. You can use your dogs to implement discipline. You can use dogs for this. If you can't do it yourself as a dog man, if you don't have the knowledge, the dog spirit to understand how to do it, okay? I use my pack. However, I have the dog spirit. That's why I'm the dog god. I have the dog spirit to have patience enough to pay attention to their energy and say to myself, okay, this dog I can work with. This dog just need me to be consistent in what it is lacking. You got to assess what that dog is lacking, and then you have to be consistent in implementing that into that dog. Implementing that into that dog. Especially if it's a working dog. We're not talking about pets. We talking about dogs that you want to work, dogs that you want to do whatever you tell it to do. It's like, yes, Dad, I'll do it. You have to know how to do this. Okay. Dogs know how to show dogs how to do things because they're dogs. If you're a true dog man who understands dogs, you will use your dogs to your advantage. Right? Right? You would take that. Okay. In Carolina Blue, you mentioned that skittish, that scared or skittish dog, right? Now, I'll say this, Carolina Blue. If it's a genetic skittish, you still have to put in the time to see if you can develop it out. And we're going to take a coin and we'll flip it if it's genetic, right? We'll flip it because if you have other dogs and you have the patience, I would say 50-50 chance you can take a scared, skittish dog that's genetic and you can break it out of it. If you have other dogs and you have the patience, you can do that. I'll give it a 50-50 coin flip. Okay. However, if it's a skittish based off of circumstances, like I mentioned, and Draco's not skittish, but he's a little less confident based off of his environment. What I mean by his environment, how he grew up. getting beat up by his siblings and stuff. Will fuck with anybody's mind. Me, you, whoever. Okay, how tough we are. You know what I mean? You the toughest guy in the camp, but you get jumped by 6 people all the time. It's gonna fuck up your confidence. I don't care who you are. Okay, it's gonna fuck you up because you're gonna be like, it's not fair, right? But see, you have to understand that. Okay, and I would say this, Carolina Blue. I would say this. Okay, how you break a dog that is kind of timid or skittish is that you keep giving it positive reinforcement. Whatever it's scared of, you keep putting it around, putting that dog around whatever it's timid towards, and then giving it positive reinforcement. You have to be patient because you're building the dog's psyche, and dogs only learn by reps. The more reps you do, the more it gets into the dog's psyche, the more that dog understands, and then the more it comprehends, and then the more it finally does. But if you do it and, whatever, a week go by, a month go by, oh, it's still not getting, you give up, then, shit, that's on you as a dog man. Especially if you know that dog can learn. Or not only that, you know that in other areas that dog is confident. And I gave y'all an example of this earlier on as I was developing my dogmanship, where I bought a dog that was genetically skittish. And because I didn't like it as a puppy, I didn't give it no energy. I didn't put no energy. However, I could have changed that because she wasn't skittish when it came to the other dogs. She's a very confident dog. She was not no bitch ass dog. But when it came to human energy, she cowered down. I didn't like it. So I never gave her any energy. I never tried to develop it. I don't like it. I have enough dogs. Bitch, I don't like you that way. So then boom. So I wasn't the right dog man for her. Right? I wrote her off. That's my bad. That wasn't her bad. I probably, with the coin flip, Carolina Blue, could have corrected that because I seen that she's confident in things that she wanted to be confident in. I seen it. She just wasn't skittish all the way around. It was just human energy. She just couldn't comprehend it, and she cowered up. And I didn't like that shit because she cowered up with me. I'm like, dude, like, all I do is take care of your ass, bitch. And you cowering to me? Why? I didn't never hit you, nothing. Why you cowering about? Why? It turned me off about her. However, I probably could have fixed her, Carolina Blue. What I know now, because I deal with so many different dog personalities, and I've implemented this, what I'm telling y'all, how I'm developing these puppies from when they born to a year, and I'm only putting this type of energy toward what I'm expecting out of them. I'm seeing them want to do what I tell them to do. I'm seeing them all mimicking each other. They're all competitive. I see it, even though they all have different personalities. But there's a reason why I'm seeing this. You know what I'm saying? As a dog man, there's a reason why. I understand. As I analyze the footage, my experience, my day-to-days, I'm seeing why these dogs are showing me damn near the same thing. Right? They just want to be confident in me being confident in them. And then because they watch the other dogs, they fall in line with the pack. Hence what I told y'all today when I got bit by the pack. All them bitches is different. But when that melee started, they all was in there fighting. Okay? They all wanted to get into the fight. Every single one of them bitches was getting into the fight. They wanted to go ahead and get whoever was the weakest one, they was going to tear that bitch up. Every single one of them was. Not one of them was over there, oh shit. No. No. They just fell in line with the energy. I'm sure there's weaker ones in that pack dynamic. However, the energy is taught, they follow it. They follow it. Okay. How else would I know this if I, as a dog man, right, real talk, would see a puppy Show me something that I don't like and I disregard it. Oh, that dog ain't shit. How would I know truly that that dog ain't shit, right? When that dog is looking at me, because we're talking from the dog's perspective, like, I don't know how to be what you want me to be. Tell me what you want me to be again. I don't even know what you want me to be. You're supposed to be like this doggy. What is like that doggy, right? Like, think about what the dog is like trying to tell you. What is like that dog? I don't even know what that dog is. I'm still a puppy. I don't know. What? I'm not an adult. Oh, this dog don't make it. You know, I pick my dogs out at 12 weeks. I know my dogs at 12 weeks. Really? Oh, I know what's gonna be the best dog at 8 weeks. Really? 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 You must not had enough dogs then. You must not have raised dogs from puppies all the way up. Because if you have, you always notice a change in your damn dogs. I know I do. I've had dogs. One in particular, his name is AR-15, one of my foundation males, the only foundation male to my Bandog program. AR-15, man, who used to F up a bite toy or bite sleeve on a spring pole. Him and AK. Used to, man, go crazy over that thing. Tear it up. I'm like, ooh, he liked to bite this shit. You know, that shit was cool looking. It was cool looking. Over time, man, that same bite thing, he won't even, man, won't even look at it. You throw it at him, he won't even look at that thing. What changed? What changed? Would I say, oh man, I can't use him because he don't want to bite those, those sleeve type things anymore? No, I wouldn't do it. Maybe something in his mind, right? Because I got to understand his psyche. Like, why now he's not interested? Because maybe in his mind, because I'm understanding from his perspective, right? Because I know what he's interested in. He got a lot of prey drive. He's like, bro, that ain't squealing. That ain't real. Like, I have to think about my dog. Real talk. Dad, that ain't real. That ain't fighting back. That don't interest me. I got real prey drive. I got real man drive. That's a toy. Yeah, when I was a puppy, I didn't know no better. I just like to bite shit. That was cool. But now I'm interested in biting other things. Put something in front of me that I want to bite. Watch me tear that shit up, right? I have to understand that as a dog man. That, you know what? My dog understands what the difference between a toy and real prey. Another dog I have that has nothing but prey drive is my nut asshole Shaka, my pit bull Shaka. He ain't never chased the ball in his puppy career, in his young puppy career, in his teenage puppy years, and in his 7-year-old grown dog. Ain't never in his life ever wanted to bite a rope, a ball, and his dad will kill himself over a ball. Was ball addicted. Will kill himself over a ball. I'll throw that ball over a cliff. He'll jump on the cliff and die. Like, really. Kill himself over a ball. Shaka won't bite not one toy. I don't care. Give him a stuffed animal, it won't bite nothing. But he will terrorize. And I stress it. He would terrorize an animal. He will go to his death for an animal. Am I going to throw that dog away because he's not showing me certain levels of drive when it's play? Not if you're a real dog man and you understand a dog's psyche and understand what a dog is telling you. He's telling you like, Dad, I don't give a F about a damn toy. That don't drive me a toy. I need some fight. I need some fight, Dad. Give me something that will fight back. Oh, you're going to see the best in me, Dad. You're going to see the best. I don't care about no damn toy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to tug of war. I'm cool. And that's how it was. And that's how it is, right? But see, you have to have multiple dogs. You have to understand what your dogs are telling you as a dog man to understand what this dog can do for you. You have to be patient with these damn dogs, you guys. You so-called dog men and dog women. You have to be patient. You got to pay attention to what they're telling you. You got to take your time with these damn dogs. Right? And listen. Listen. Oh, this is what you want me to do. Oh, this is what motivates you. Oh, you're not confident? Oh, you need me to show you confidence. Right? And real talk, having multiple dogs, you guys, will help you guys out a whole lot in your dogmanship learning process. If you don't have multiple dogs, if you can, afford it and have the space, get you multiple dogs. Okay. Supervise your pack environments. Let them interact with each other supervised though, because shit can get out of hand. And you want to be there just in case. Okay. And watch how a dog that you might have rolled off blossoms. Real talk. Right in front of your eyes. That you thought was a piece of shit. Watch how that dog blossoms. You'd be like, oh my God, what the? Or give that dog to somebody, right? Give that dog to just a basic family. Just a family with some kids. Pet homing. And then go and check on that dog maybe a year later and see the confidence in that damn dog. See how that dog sees that family and sees you and probably will check your ass. You're like, oh, this dog is no joke. Yeah. You know why? As dog men and dog women, do we know why? Yeah, we know why. Because that family that you gave that dog to put the time in to understand the dog. To see what makes that dog tick. Whether it be just some hugs and some pets and whatever, or maybe it be some food, whatever it might be. They took the time to understand that damn dog. And this, as dog men and dog women, right, is where we fall short for these dogs, these working dogs who are looking to us for development. Development. I love the fact, and I stress it to y'all, I love the fact that I'm able to bond with my puppies the way that I do. There's no extra credit to how I'm bonding. It's very, like I said, it's very structured. It's not no extra credit. Ain't no fur mommy shit bonding. It's just, discipline, understanding type. It's just a routine. And I see it in all my dogs' eyes that they're grateful for the bond. Puppies, I see it in them. They look at me. They can't wait. They time when I come out. They time it. They know the time. They let everybody know, oh, daddy's late. These are puppies. Then when I come out, they're excited. And all I'm doing, feeding them, cleaning up their shit, you know what I mean? Doing my little, I pet them, put my fingers in their ears, whatever. And that's it. I break up fights, whoop ass. Basic. But they're looking to me. They understand that I understand them. They understand I'm not putting no pressure on them. They understand this. The puppies. And then they're showing me, as I'm assessing who they are individually, they're showing me what possibly they can do. Like what potential they could possibly have. I'm not going to judge what they're doing as puppies as what they can do. They're puppies. These dogs change all the damn time. So I'm not going to say, oh man, this dog got this. I don't do that to myself. I'm not naive to dogs. I understand that these dogs are evolving, they're changing every damn day. They learn something on their own, they learn something with me, they learn something with the pack every day. So I'm going to see, if I'm paying attention, I'm going to see something. Hopefully better, hopefully no regression. I just want to see them develop, grow, become more mature, start to show off, within the pack. Because, like I said, the pack teaches way more than what you can teach. That's why I do the pack experiment with prey-driven dogs. I force my prey-driven dogs to learn the pack, even though sometimes at the end of the day, certain ones got to be by themselves. It is what it is. It is what it is. But at least they know what a pack environment is, because I teach them that as a puppy. Whether they be separated from the pack or not, they at least know. I could be out of the yard and there's kennels next to each other and there's no melees, because they know each other, even though they might not really politic with each other now as adults, but at the same time, they know each other. Me as the dog man, pack leader, I just respect their boundaries now. Y'all, you can't be in a two-piece pack. But y'all can coexist. Right? I can leave the kennel, I can leave the yard, and y'all ain't over there fence checking each other. That's me. That's what I've done as a dog man to imprint in them. Now, imagine if I left them to their own understanding as a dog man. I let the dogs tell me versus me telling the dog. And they was wild and all that shit. Imagine that. I would have problems. I would have major problems on my yard. I would be dealing with kennel accidents all the time. I would be dealing with accidents, period, if I let the dogs tell me how they want to act. If I let the dogs show me if they was worthy of me wanting them as a dog man. No, I don't do that. But imagine what would happen to my yard. It'd be chaos. It'd be uncontrollable. Okay, I know this. Okay, I know the type of dogs I got. I got killers. I have dogs that are prey driven. That means they're predators. Right? I got dogs that, if they don't like something, how do they deal with it? They want to fight. So if I'm not setting the tone now, like I'm telling y'all with these damn puppies, if I'm not paying attention to these dogs drive and curbing that shit now, if I'm not doing it now, how am I going to maintain it when these dogs are older? There's no way I'll be able to maintain it. I'll be killing dogs. I'll be getting rid of dogs, killing dogs. It'd be all bad for me as a dog man. However, now, due to my experience with multiple dogs at the same damn time, I know how to manage them and imprint on puppies what I want. I don't let the damn puppy tell me what they want. I don't let the puppies tell me who they are. I tell them who they are. I tell them who they are. I show them who they are. Not just tell them. I show them. And guess what? When they're mature, they follow that still to the end. They'll follow it to the end. They know who you are. Dogs are creatures of habit. They know. Like I said, when I hit the yard, my dogs know. Oh, it's daddy. And it's on. When my puppies get out of hand, guess who be checking them? They can't get in there and check them, but the big dogs be checking them. The big dogs, when they hear them fighting and stuff, all the big dogs start barking. Because the big dogs want to get in there and fuck them up, because they know, like, you can't be doing that. Like, the big dogs know, because they've been imprinted. You can't be doing that. You setting the yard off. Daddy coming out. And they bark. They let them know that. They get up. They wake up. They talking to them little puppies. Like, y'all better calm down before I come over there and fuck y'all up. Like, that's how they talking to them damn puppies. There's a reason why they doing that, because they've been under that same type of training. They're saying to the puppies, if we can't fight like this, y'all for sure can't fight like that. Y'all gonna have daddy coming out here setting it off over here. We don't like him like that. We don't like getting checked and whooped. Now he gonna come over here and have an attitude. That's what your dogs know. If you understand the dog's spirit, they know. They know when it's all bad. And then they tell the little ones that it's all bad too. Now imagine if it was a free roaming pack. Those little ones would probably get killed by the big dogs, man. Them big dogs would, you know how they tear each other up in they pack? Them big dogs would tear them damn puppies up. Like, y'all out of line. We're gonna stop that. So, goes back to the topic at hand, right? It goes back to the topic tonight. Are you the right dog man for a working dog? Real talk. Huh? Are all the dogs that you cull really worthy of culling? Or is it just your lack of dogman expertise? Your lack of dogman patience with the dog, or dogman developing of the dogs, right? You're very basic in how you deal with these dogs. Because if you really do take the time and your dogs are bred genetically correct, they have to have the genetics. No freestyle on the genes now. They have to be qualified. It's like building a car. If that car is built right, can you drive it? Same thing with your dog. Same thing with your dogs, y'all. If your dog is bred right, can you develop it? Do you have the patience? Do you know how to tweak it and fix it? Do you know? Or you just basic? If it ain't showing you that it's fast, it's not fast. Really? Is that how it works? Is that how that dog, is that how understanding the dog work? If it don't show you itself without developing, it ain't shit. It don't work. I have to disagree with you. I have to disagree with you. Because I see my dogs fall in line with each other. I see my dogs fall in line with each other. If my dogs can fall in line with each other, of course I can make them fall in line. I'm smarter than the dogs. I'm the pack leader. If my dogs can make each other fall in line with pack politics, of course I can make them fall in line. If we was out here hunting, I'm talking from a dog's perspective, right? If we was out here hunting and we got a dog that don't understand the hunt, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take that dog out there to hunt and show it. And it might not pick it up right away, but eventually, as it keeps going out to hunt, it's going to pick it up, and then it's going to know how to hunt. That's how they operate in the wild. They take the cubs out there for the hunt, they watching. They're not as good as the mommy and the daddies out there hunting. They're not going to say, oh, you're not that good, bitch, you got to get out the pack. They're not going to do that. Why do we do that as dog men and dog women? Why do we expect puppies to be super dogs? Ask yourself that, dog man or dog woman. Okay? Now, what'd you say, Pump 17? Let me put your question on there. I missed that, Pump. Let me put you up there real quick, Pump. Pumps, hey, and big salute to you, Pump. Thank you for coming back, brother. Some people are not realistic when choosing the right dog. You need to consider the type of home you have, whether your lifestyle is active or what do you say, sedentary, or was that sedentary? So, I mean, that's all facts, Pump. That's all facts, right? However, we're talking about the dogmen who think they real dogmen. You know what I mean? We're not talking about the novice. No. That's why I said, are you the right dogman? We're talking about them who claim that they're dogmen and dogwomen. We're talking to them. Okay? Who don't put in the time to develop a working dog, who put way too much expectations on a damn puppy. We talking about them, not the people who don't know no better. Not them, because there's a lot of people who are, like you said, they're not realistic in choosing the right dog. That means they don't know no better. They're just like, oh, that's a dope dog. We're not talking about them, pump. Okay. We're talking about the so-called dog men and dog women who do not take the time to develop a working dog, who just takes a dog who might get an F on a test that was never, okay, never implemented, right? You never gave that dog a time to study for the test. You just tested it. Think about that if we was in school and we ain't never got a chance to study and they just gave us tests. That's how these so-called dog men and dog women do these dogs. They do a test on the dog without letting the dog study and understand what that test is going to be before they test it. That's what they do. That's what they do. And that's who I'm talking about, speaking on behalf of the dogs. Because the dogs can't speak, right? Because that's what the dog would say, right? That's what my boy Draco was saying to me. Like, the reason why I'm kind of, unsure of your energy is because I've been getting this type of energy from my brothers. And when they are, putting their energy on me, they attack me. So you being the head dog and you come in with this powerful energy, I don't know if you're going to attack me. See, my experience tells me that. Okay, well, since that is how you are feeling, I understand it, son. So let me teach you that you don't have to feel that way about me. Let me teach you this. I'm not going to expect you to know that, hey, man, I'm the one to feed you. Like I was telling you with that one bitch that was skittish that I bought. I didn't teach her that, hey, bitch, you ain't got to be skittish with me, bitch. Right? I was like, you ain't supposed to be skittish. I bought you. You cost me $2,500. You come from top dog lines. Why are you skittish? Oh, I don't like you, bitch. I ain't put no time in you. That's how I felt. But like I said, that shows me how great of a dog man I was at that time. I wasn't shit. There's no skill in my dogmanship at that time. I didn't put in the time. I didn't put in the effort. I didn't want to. But with my boy Draco, I did. And guess what? He don't respond to me like that anymore. Because I did what I was supposed to do. I'm the right dog man for the working dog. You see, I don't put no expectations on dogs without me taking the time to put in the work. Why? Why do that to yourself as a dog man? And then especially, why would you do that to your dogs? You know what I mean? Like, why? So, like I said, I wanted to talk about this tonight because I feel for a lot of these dogs, man. I do. I feel for a lot of these dogs that don't get a fair shake. They don't get it. They're trying to talk to us, but we don't listen. We don't listen whatsoever. It is very, 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 very sad. Very sad. Let me see, Justin Time, man. So what'd you say, Justin? So Justin Time said, "Big salute to you, Justin." He said, "Have you had yard beef, and have you ever had multiple sire litters?" Never had multiple sire litters. Don't have no reason to do that. Of course I've had yard beef. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Yard accidents, yard beef, yard deaths because of yard beefs. Yeah. Uh-huh. But it's bound to happen. The key, like I said, it's like running I tell y'all, it's like, for me, it's like running a prison yard. Sometimes, you put dogs in situations where you expect them not to be able to get at each other, but they find a way. It's like, you have prisoners, you put all the weapons away, you put them away, but they find a way to make a shank and they find a way to, use it. So, yes, sir. I've definitely had yard beefs. I done dealt with it. I mean, shit. I done experienced damn near everything. You know what I mean? Nothing surprises me when it comes to these damn dogs, man. I done experienced enough. And that's why I say for me, as a dog man, it's my job to manage it. It's my job. It's my job to develop my dog's minds. It's my job to still be level headed, even though I get emotional and upset. I still have to be level headed and teach these dogs structure and let them understand that, you know what, when you make a mistake, there's consequences. However, when you do good, you get rewarded because dogs are black and white. There ain't no in between with dogs. It's humans that have that in between shit. Dogs don't have it. You know what I mean? They either going to understand you or they don't. It's no like, well, I kind of understand. No, kind of. It's either I get it or I don't. And with these dogs that have drive, you got to understand that, you know what, when there's funk on the yard, they never forget. So if you have multiple dogs, Justin, and there was ever any funk between them, they're not forgetting that. They might let it die down for a little bit, but as soon as they get the opportunity, it's going to be funk again. So just pay attention to that. So yes, to answer your question, yes to the yard beef, no to the multiple sire litter. Okay, and Duro Ricio, big salute to your fam. You said you have to let a puppy be a puppy from a young age, then let them develop with patience. All facts. And like I said, we're going to dig into that topic next week. Just patience in general, all of the above. With your dog program, with dogs, we're going to talk about patience because a lot of people don't have patience in life, yet alone with dogs. Okay, yet alone with dogs. And when it comes to a puppy, you guys think of it like your own kids. Yes, it's a dog, but it's still a young dog. How would you do your son, right? Who has talent? That's an athlete that he's ahead of all the kids, right? But mentally and physically, even though he has the ability to excel beyond the age group that he's in, he's still a child. That's the reality. So you still, even though you're putting him in, let's say, more of an advanced training, you still got to understand that, you know what, if you do that, you could ruin your son. You can destroy his confidence. You can injure him, affect his growth. Like, you got to still understand that plays with your dogs. When you see your son breaking down, you got to let off, right? You don't keep going. You don't say, oh, son, you're weak. You're a pussy, son. I'm throwing you out. You ain't shit to me. You ain't my son no more. You don't do that to your kids. Why are some dog men and some dog women doing that to these dogs? Why? Same concept, man. So yes, you have to let a puppy be a damn puppy, man. And to be real, they're not even mature until about 3 years old. So to me, from born till 3, they still a puppy to me. Once they hit 3, it's like, okay, now you 21, you a young, you a young female, you a young male. But from that 3-year window, they, in my eyes, they still puppies. In my eyes, because I see them developing and maturing. I see their body developing within that 3 years. And even still after that, they still growing in front of your ass. They still mentally developing in front of you, even after 3 years old. So if you're not letting that dog just develop and being patient and watching it, then when you see its talent, you develop that. If you see something it lacks, you add to that what is lacking. You as a dog man, add to it. You teach it. You're patient and you're teaching what it lacks so that now it picks it up. Okay, you lack that. I'm putting that in you. You got that naturally. I'm just going to just keep developing that. I'm going to keep, encouraging that because it's natural. But what you lack, I'm going to keep imprinting that in you. That's a good dog man and a good dog woman. That's your job. Right? But if you're not willing to do that, and like we talked about Duro Ricio, letting a puppy be a damn puppy, scrap your program. Throw all your dogs away. Because I guarantee you, your assessment on the dog that you think is the best, if you don't have all the dogs, you would never know anyway. If you don't have all the dogs, you would never know. Your assessment of your dog being the best, that just could be yours. You don't have all the dogs to assess them, to analyze them. You can't say to yourself, damn, that puppy was, no, that runt was a piece of shit. Do you have the runt? No, you don't have it. So how could you say it? Right? Now, if you kept the whole litter, you might get a chance to see it for once. And you'd be like, damn, that's how you learn. You learn by experience and letting the experience teach you. Don't assume shit when it comes to these dogs. Your assumptions don't play when it comes to these damn dogs. It don't. Because you'll get proven wrong every damn time. Every damn time you assume with a dog, you'll get proven wrong. I'm a witness. So I don't. And I would advise you not to either. You know what I mean? Just do your job as the leader of your pack and develop them. Encourage, develop, discipline, structure. That's our job. We bring the best out of our dogs. That's what we're supposed to do. We take care of our dogs. We put them in good situations. Okay? Then we make that dog that we genetically cook up better, just the same way you do your kids. Same way a coach does his team. All his talent on his team, his job as the coach is to make them better. What is your job as a dog man and dog woman? To let your dog make you look better? Or is it that you make the dog better? Which one is it? Because I think the dog game got it mixed. They got it mixed up. If you're not putting in the work as a real dog man, taking a dog that might on the surface look like shit and making it the best, then you ain't a real dog man. To me. Because that's what I do. I bring the best out of my dogs. Okay? From what I've learned through my experience of not putting in time, I might have threw away a perfectly good dog. I might have. I don't know. I would never know, right? Because I, maybe got rid of it. But I would never know. Now that I have my program intact, have the majority of my dogs that's going to continue my program. I have litter mates. Excuse me. I have litter mates that I'm assessing, and I'm watching the genetics play with all the different dogs out of that litter, seeing all, I'm like, that's how, you learn from each puppy. They have the same genetics, but however, different, right? They're from the same gene pool, but it came out different. So you're seeing all kind of stuff, similar and different from dogs out of the same litter. You'd be amazed at what you see when you keep them. But how else will we learn if we're not analyzing what we create? How else will we learn how to be a better dog man or dog woman if we're not taking the time to develop what we made? How would you know? You would never know. All right? I'm just going to keep it 1,000 with y'all. You will never know. You will just be assuming. And that ain't a real dog man to me. Okay? To me, when you can say, man, coach, man, I got this dog, that dog, this dog. Like, you got your whole squad and you're lining them up and you're running drills with them. And you're running the same drills, you're assessing them. Okay, boom, this one needs to work here. This one needs to work here. This one work Excel. Like, you're doing that to understand your dogs. And then not only are you doing that, then you're taking what is lacking and you're putting it in your dogs. If you're doing dogs like what I'm talking about, then you know what? You might have a chance to be a great dog man or woman. You might have a chance. Could it still work? But if you're doing it the way we're talking about tonight, right, then you are what I would consider a good dog man, right? Listening to the dog, understanding what the dog is telling you, seeing that the dog needs work and saying, you know what, I'm going to work with you, dog. The genetics is there. I know it's there. If you bred it, it's there, right? If you bred it and you know what you put together, those genes are in that offspring. All of them. Every single one of them. It's in there. Now, which ones will make your breeding program? Hey, that's yet, we got to see. We got to see which ones are superior. That's a process. You got to see it. But at the same time, the genetics is there. It's up to us to develop the dog. All right. All right. So Justin Time said, he said, I know everyone has their own philosophy. A lot of people don't agree with my philosophy. However, not having faith in your own product is counterproductive. Facts. Facts. Key word that you mentioned, Justin, is faith. Okay. That's all you can have in something that you have no control over when it comes to your product, right? Your dogs have their own spirit, their own mind. You just assisted God to produce them, right? So now you have to have faith that what you produce is going to show itself, right? Now, there's a thing in the Bible called faith and works, right? So faith without works is dead. So the works is what we're talking about tonight as Dogman, right? You have the product that you have faith in that you produce. Now you have to work to bring it out. That's what makes you and me and whoever else is on this live tonight a great dog man or a great dog woman. The work that we put in consistently, because that's how dogs learn, with these productions that we have. That's what makes us great at what we do, right? We take a dog that has the genetics, and we put in them, and we have faith that it's going to show itself. But at the same time, who's going to bring it out? Like I told y'all, don't put expectations for that dog just to show you just because you put it in it, right? Don't do that to yourself. And then don't do that to the dog, right? Don't do it to yourself, because then you're going to be disappointed. Like, why am I not seeing this? Why I bred this is supposed to why, you're doing yourself an injustice doing that BS, man. You're playing with yourself. Don't do it. So yeah, man, the faith is the key word, brother. The faith is the key word, man. And then the works go right behind that. They go hand in hand, man. So big salute. Okay, Larry H said, if someone is in it solely for the money, they will never know, because they try to sell everything they produce if they can. True. Very true. Now, I always speak from my perspective, right? So when I was earlier on in my, Dogman career, I would call it that. I would definitely say I'm professional at what I do now, so I do it full time. I would do the old school method of keeping one of each off the litter. And, of course, you would think that's enough. And, when you're a rookie, you don't understand how important it is when you're creating something to keep as many as you can. You don't understand that. And if you're coming at it from a business perspective, you already know that you got to make money too, right? Because it costs money to take care of these dogs. So the more you can sell, the more money you can make. So in my reality at that time, it's like, okay, I need to keep at least one off of each litter. One female, one male. And I did. And then there was times where I didn't have enough based off of how many people wanted a dog. So I sold all of them. There was a time where I did that too. Now, when you see dogs that you've kept, and then you actually get a chance to see dogs that you might have sold to someone else, and then you see a dog that you saw as a puppy that you decided not to pick be better than the dog that you picked, you like, damn, how come that dog is better than the one I picked? Like, you start, because you got to think like this. If you're trying to be better at what you're doing when you're producing dogs, right? Like, you're like, damn, how did I miss that? Well, through experience, you would know that the only way you know a dog is only way you know a dog is great is if you watch it develop and you see the finished product. Not the beginning product, but the finished product. That's the only way you're going to know when that dog is great, when you see the finished product, when it's mature and it's showing you everything that you put in it. You cannot It's a strict coin flip, y'all. Assess a dog's greatness by a puppy. Sorry. Sorry. You might as well play the lottery. Sorry. So, yes, I fell victim to that too, Larry H. Got to get that money, man. Sell the whole litter. Maybe keep one or two off that thing, and I'll sell everything else. You know what I'm saying? And then I might have sold, and I'm sure I have sold some of my best dogs. Okay. Not everyone can do it the right way, Larry. However, if you come in it from how we're talking about, because, we're developing dogs, we're creating dogs over here on Bandog Talk. We have the luxury to make our dogs, man. You have to keep the majority or have someone close that you can assess your dogs so that you can know what you got. Then you can learn by what you produce. You can learn, okay, this is what I got. Okay, next time I need to do this. Okay, this, oh, that dog, that was that. Oh, I made a mistake. Like, you learn. The only way you learn by is by assessing your productions. You can't assess one or two dogs and think that you got your whole formula down. You know what you got. Sorry, it don't work that way, man. But that's true, man. The money, man. It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money. Which, I mean, I get it. It costs a lot of money to take care of these damn dogs. Trust me, I know. Okay. Just in time said, facts. It's all in the mindset of the dog man and what their motives are. Period. Period, period, period. And how much work they willing to put in, Justin. We can't forget that. How much work are you willing to put in with your dogs? Huh? Are you willing to do the work? Right? Just producing them is not enough. Just letting your dog do what dogs do is not enough. What type of time are you going to put in to that dog to bring the best out of it? Do you even know how? Like, these are the things that we as dog men have to ask ourselves. Do you got the time to put in that dog that you got? This is a working dog. Huh? The genetics that you put in it, can you really see can you really show yourself what that is? Maybe. Most of the time, most people can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I put maximum prey, maximum man drive in there in my dogs, is me playing Schutzen type games with my dogs going to show my dogs man drive? When you understand that from a perspective of it's a game to a dog, no. Like, you're like, no, that doesn't show my dog's man drive. If I live in the woods and there's all kind of critters and things that run in front of me, that's out there in my yard or whatever, and I see my dog fired up about all these critters and they just want to go and get them and stuff like that, does that show me my dog's prey drive? If I say it's got maximum prey drive and it's going after everything that's like an animal, does that show me my dog's prey drive? I can say, yeah, it does. Because anything that comes by, it want to get after it. It want to get after it bad too. Okay. So if I say maximum prey drive to that, that's cool. Or if somebody comes by and, my dog sees them and it's a stranger and it's like foaming at the mouth, wanting to get at them, does that show that my dog has maximum man drive? Yeah, that shows me that. Like, you have to be able to assess these things. You got to be able to know what you're seeing as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is a very it's a subject that, like I said, is flipped. Oh, this dog is not the right dog for me. Versus, are you the right dog man for the damn dog that you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you? We have to ask ourselves that. So, in closing, right? Think of it like this, y'all. Think of it like what we're talking about. Are you the right dog man for the dog? Think of it like that. It will make you a better dog man. It will make you a better dog woman if you think of dealing with working dogs like, am I the right dog man for that? Like, do I have the skills to bring the best out of this working dog? Do I? Do I have the patience to develop this working dog? right? Can I bond with this working dog to make it do anything that I tell it to do? You know what I mean? Like, do I? Can I? Like, think of it like that from here on out. Don't do dogs an injustice as a dog owner by saying, because you didn't show me this when I did this test, and I didn't teach you what I wanted you to do before I gave you the test, that you know what, you're a piece of shit. I'm gonna call you out my program. Don't do that to these damn dogs, y'all. You might give up the best dog you've ever owned in your life by doing that. Real talk. Okay? Real talk. Don't do that. Take your time and develop your dogman skills with the dogs that you have. If you have dogs that are challenges, take that as a way to increase your dogmanship, increase your dogman skills by correcting that. Say, you know what? I had a dog like this and I corrected that. Now the dog don't have that problem no more. It is because of what I instilled in that dog, right? That's when we start giving kudos and salutes to you as a dog, man. Okay? That's when I'm going to respect you. Okay? Me. Because that's what I do with my dogs. And I have a lot of them. Real shit. I have a lot of them. And because I have a lot of them, I'm able to get a lot of data. And because I have a pack, I'm able to watch them. And then they teach me how to teach them. Shout out to the pack. Shout out to Cesar Milan again. I'm in the classroom learning how dogs deal with each other. I'm like, okay, well, that's how y'all politic. Okay, that's how y'all discipline. You know, that's the structure. Okay, like I'm learning. I'm like, okay, shit, I'm gonna use that in my techniques. And it all goes hand in hand. It all works together for the good of the program and the good of the dogs. It really does. Okay, and one more thing, I kind of mentioned it, but not okay. You guys have to find out what motivates your dogs to want to work. Okay. Not every toy or treat motivates a dog to want to work. Okay. Every dog has its own motivation, things that motivate them. You, as a dogman, have to find that out. Be patient with that part, though. Okay. Because when I was new to understanding what motivates dogs, I just assumed all the dogs wanted to be motivated by, playing with a towel or rope or flirt pole or whatever, right? As a rookie dog, man, I thought all dogs want to fetch. I thought all dogs would chase this and chase, like I thought that. I really did. Until I had multiple dogs. Then they show me, no, I don't I don't care about that. I don't care. But like they'll show you what drives them. And you're like, okay, well, that's how I'm going to motivate you. But, don't just assume, don't expect that these dogs are going to do what you think dogs would do based off of the dogs that you owned in the past or the dogs that you own currently, right? Because every dog is motivated differently. Not all dogs are motivated the same. Now, there is a way for you to get dogs motivated on certain things that other dogs are motivated on. But, that's still a 50-50 coin flip. You know what I mean? A lot of times that causes conflict even in between the pack because then, let's say, for example, you have a dog that's not motivated to chase a flirt pole. Okay, and I had this happen to me. You have a dog that's not motivated to chase a flirt pole, but then you have a dog that does. And because the energy that is in the pack is competitive, then you have them out there with the flirt pole. And because that other dog is chasing it, now because that other dog is chasing, now the dog that's not motivated is starting to chase that flirt pole. And then The energy is not because I like the flirt pole, but because I want to take it from you. Now that's that's a thin line that you're playing with, because it starts fights, because the energy is not for that flirt pole. It's because I want to take it from you. However, that can engage the dog who's not interested to be interested in that. Right. So you got to play with that with, fine tooth comb. You got to be real slick with that, because, I've used that tactic and I've had dogs fight. Huh, big fight because of it, because the energy was not really for that flirt pole. It was because I'm going to take that from you. But it did trigger that. It did show the interest, though. It worked, and then it caused the problem. So you can get dogs who are not interested in certain things to be interested using other dogs who are interested in that, because that competitive spirit will engage. All right. But that's a two-edged sword. That can cut you both ways. Okay. However, you know what I mean? Man, I just had to talk about this tonight, y'all. I have to speak for the dogs. I feel sorry for a lot of dogs, man. I do, because dogs don't get a fair shake. They really don't. They don't. They don't. We put too much on our kids, man. We put too much on our puppies. I don't, but I'm gonna say we as a dog community, especially working dog, we expect our puppies to be like full grown dogs. We expect them to be, just working on demand without putting the time in. And that right there is a disservice to the animal. That's horrible. That is not a good dog man or dog woman. You're horrible. Oh man, I called the dog at 8 weeks. Dog had shit. You're horrible. You're horrible. You know what I mean? You're trash. You're not a good dog man. I don't care how many litters you done had. You can't tell me you know a damn puppy at 8 weeks. You can't tell me you know a damn puppy is gonna be the best dog at 12 weeks. You can't tell me that. I'm never buying that. Never buying it. You can woof anybody who don't have dog experience, but you ain't gonna woof me. You ain't gonna tell me that. You can tell them people who don't know no better that shit though. It sound good though, don't it? Oh, I done had so many litters. I know the best puppies. Oh man, I can pick it. Yeah, sounds good. To the one that ain't experienced in dogs, it sounds good. But when you've had dogs and your expectations of them dogs have been shot down multiple times, shot down, pow, pow, pow. All your expectations there, pow. What's your expectations now when it don't show itself? When that dog's mature, huh? You thought it was the best, didn't you? Huh? I've had it happen. So don't you guys fall victim to that shit. You hear me? Don't do it to yourself, man. Take your time, y'all. Okay? Be the best dog man for your dog, right? Be the right dog man for your dog. And it's easy for us to do it, man. You know what I mean? Take the time, put in the work. Put in the work with the dog. Develop the dog. Do your dog man job. Develop your puppies. Love on your dogs. Love on your puppies. Be patient with them damn dogs. Be patient. Stop expecting these dogs to show you something that they don't even know yet. Don't do that to the damn dogs, especially your working dogs. Make that working dog confident in you first, not in itself, in you first. Then that dog will be confident in itself, all right? But let me give y'all a shout out, man. I'm going to shout everybody out, man. We had a great live this evening, and I appreciate all you guys' support, man. I really, really, really do, man. Jerry Hurley, big salute to you again, brother. Thank you for showing up and showing out, participating as well in the chat. Eli, brother Eli, you already know, man. Much love and respect, man. I appreciate you, brother, all the time. Carolina Blue, big salute to you, man. Thank you for your support and your consistency. Young, ready, man. You already know, brother. Big salute to you, man, and cheers, brother. Just in time, man. Thank you for showing up again, brother. I thank you for participating in the chat as well. Doro Ricio, you already know it's all love, man. It's all love. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your support. And, thank you for showing up again, man. I greatly appreciate you, brother. Pump 17, thank you for showing up again, brother. Always some great feedback in the chat. I mean, shit. I can tell you got a lot of experience with dogs, brother, and I appreciate you, man. Much love and respect. Um, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like Larry H, big salute to you, Larry H. Thank you, man. Hey, Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels, man. Big salute to your family, man. We cooked up tonight, Soul Power. We cooked up tonight, Soul Power. So if you know what I mean, if you missed it, man, hit that rewind button, man. You know what I mean? If you at work, whatever, you in the yard with the dogs, man, plug me in your headset, brother. You know what I mean? I'm giving that game, giving that knowledge. But like I said, man, I appreciate you guys. You know, just coming in, you know, having an ear to hear, getting this game live from the field, man. This is live from the field, brother. This ain't nothing that we talking about in the past. This is stuff that I'm dealing with daily. And you know, if y'all know me as a dog man, y'all know the type of dogs I got. I ain't got no regular ass dogs. I got Formula One level, top tier type dogs that kill you and kill prey. You know what I'm saying? And so I gotta deal with them accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So the things that I'm telling you guys is stuff that you guys can apply with your dogs, especially if you're dealing with these top tier type working dogs like I'm dealing with. You know, the things that we talk about on these Thursday nights, man, you can apply them right now and know that that shit is going to work. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that as a pioneer, that I'm leading in the right direction and I'm leading by example. And I want us to do right by what we're doing with these performance dogs, hence the Bandog, etc. I don't want this to become something that people gravitate to because now it becomes popular and people making money off these exotic working dogs, and then they ruin it. They ruin it for those of us that take it serious. You know what I mean? Because they're not doing it right. You know what I mean? They're in it for the money or they're in it for the popularity versus you in it for the dogs. And I'm in it for the dogs. You know what I mean? I understand the liability, okay, that these dogs can become in the wrong hands. I understand it. Okay. And I want to make sure, based off of what I provide here on Thursday nights, that, you know what, I'm leading by example and I'm giving you guys the right information. Okay. I'm not glamorizing what we doing, even though I do enjoy doing these type of dogs. I love working dogs and I love being able to create. I mean, however, we got to do this responsibly. And we got to be right for the dogs, man. We got to really be that for these dogs, man. These dogs will do anything for us. You know, they're not man's best friend for no reason. So we got to do right by our dogs. You got to love your dogs, man, like you love your children. And you got to put in that same effort as if you would do your children, and your dogs will give you the best. See, the difference between your dogs and your children, I'm going to close out. And see, your children have free will, right? Just like all of us that come from the Most High God, we are born with free will. That means, well, regardless of what I tell you, in your mind, you can say, I don't want to do what you have to do. I don't want to do what you say, Daddy. I'm going to do what I want. That's what your kids can do, right? Fuck you, Dad. But, you know, your dog who believes in you and really, like, understands who you are, well, man, they'll die for you. You know that with your dog. Your dog is the most loyal entity you have, other than if you have a great wife. If you have a great wife, you know what I mean, between your wife and your dog, right? Or if you got a husband, you're a woman, you got a good husband. Other than that, it's your dog, right? So being that we know this about our dogs, man, put that same love and effort into these dogs, man, especially these dogs that can do a lot of damage, that can do a lot work for us. You know what I'm saying? Like real soldiers that really lay it down for you. Like these are the type of dogs that we have. Put that effort into our dogs, man. You know what I mean? Be a great dog, man, for your dog. You know what I mean? Be that for your dog. And then watch what your dog do for you, right? Guarantee your dog will be the best of the best if you put that effort into these dogs. Don't give up on these dogs. Okay. Develop them and watch what you get. All right. So again, man, I appreciate you guys, man. I love y'all. Please come out next Thursday. I got a great cook up. We're gonna talk about patience, man. You know what I mean? All the whole topic in the whole spectrum of being a dog man, dogs, your dog program, etc. The word patience, we're gonna apply that to the whole spectrum of the dog game in general. So you know what I mean? Be here Thursday. Because I know y'all got some feedback on that too. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to cook up on that next Thursday. But man, until next time, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Respect y'all. Man, hit that rewind button. Hear it again. Go back to all the other episodes, man. Plug in your headsets and just peep the game, brothers. Peep the game and apply it. And I guarantee you, you'll get something out of it. I guarantee you that stuff will work. You'll be like, man, coach is right. Coach is right, man. Salute to the coach for that, man. But much love and respect to y'all. I love y'all. I'm out.